Hey there, Robin Kesner, RVT, founder of Animal RN. And I have to tell you, I'm a little bit nervous about what I want to talk about today. So I just finished a conversation. It's a conversation I find myself having kind of a lot lately. And it's about our veterinarians and how they're compensated when they work in a veterinary practice. A lot of people are telling me that they've been to a veterinarian and they're telling me about the experience and they feel sold. They feel like they're being pushed product that maybe they don't actually need. They're telling me that they feel like the veterinarian is just increasing the bottom line the way a waitress might upsell dessert. Because the veterinarian is a trusted medical professional, because the families are concerned that if they don't follow the advice of the veterinarian, that they're somehow a bad pet parent, or that perhaps they're putting their pet's health in jeopardy by not following this advice. They feel like they don't know, they're losing trust. They don't know when to trust that what the doctor is saying is something they actually need, and when perhaps what they're selling is actually appropriate for them and could save them money and keep their animal healthier and give them the wellness that they hope for their babies. Some veterinarians and some veterinary clinics work on a salary. Some of them have more of a profit-sharing kind of model where the success of the practice affects the success of each individual veterinarian, which is not a bad thing, but it's not a specific commission base. And then there's some where they have a very low base pay and a very high commission percentage. Some of these practices you can identify even without knowing the pay structure, because sometimes they will have very high turnover. People will come in to work for them, they'll be all excited, they'll be happy, and in a very short period of time, they'll be gone. When we lean too heavily on commission, too heavily, not to say it can't be a part of the equation, it can negatively affect pet care and it can lead to this distrust. I find that even places that have successfully have that high commission system, those that are transparent about, you know, this is a lower priority, but it's something that I think could be helpful, and they're more transparent in their sales process, they actually have had great success. The veterinarians are happy, the people are happy, and they attract families that are interested in and accept spending those dollars on these products, on these suggestions. And there are people who want that, and that can be totally okay. It becomes the target market, so to speak, for that clinic. But if people are less transparent about what's happening and less clear about where the priorities are for healthcare, and being okay with people saying no to what they're suggesting when it is more of an optional kind of level, it can lead to that distrust and it can really break down. And as somebody who works with so many people who see me because they're afraid to use a veterinarian, I then have to do damage control, because the reality is an RVT will never replace a veterinarian, ever. We can have nursing appointments. Think about our human care model. We can utilize our nurses appropriately. In our industry, there's RVTs, CVTs, LVTs, right? So you can utilize the different staff based on their credentials. However, you still need a veterinarian. So then the challenge becomes finding somebody that you can trust. It's part of why I help people find the right veterinarian for them. It's going to depend on geography. I'm going to actually link to the video where we talk about that. Perhaps we could be more proactive as consumers and educated so that we can trust these professionals, because I know I haven't met a veterinarian yet who got into doing veterinary work for the money. The truth of the matter, veterinarians are veterinarians because they wanted to help, whether it's to specifically help the people and help bring light and understanding and knowledge to a sometimes difficult situation, whether they specifically wanted to help the pets themselves. The reality is that what our veterinarians get paid or how they're compensated isn't really our business. What is our business is that we can trust our professionals. These people are in a position of power only because we put them there. The reality is they're people like everybody else. And maybe if we stop and ask the veterinarian, what here is optional? What here is kind of critical? Help me understand your suggestions so that I can make the right choice for me.